Hi guys, it's Sam here, and today we will be talking about what's that one thing that you can do while facing client objection, right? And moreover, it's about what's the kind of mindset you need to keep yourself moving forward when you are about to face a rejection or you're going into a circumstances where you can face a rejection. You may not, but let's say if you do face that rejection. So here's that one thing first I will share with you guys. Here's something I drop when I am going into a meeting where I'm talking to a prospective customer, where I know that when they speak to me for the first time, they may not be ready to sign up with me. And it's okay to call out. So they will come up with their reasons or their objections that they need to talk to their partner. They don't have enough time. They don't have enough money. They don't have blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. What your job there is to help them understand that I understand not everyone's ready to work with me first time they speak to me. What that means, in other words, is that allows you to invite them into your world and help you keep them in your nurturing sequence. You keep them nurtured over time, because here's the thing, they might go away, try what they need to do, and just realize that people who've been working with you keep getting results. And you have something that they have not been able to experience from other coaches out there or therapists out there, and it's just a matter of time before they use you. Hence, the equation that if they're not ready to work with you in the first instance, it's okay. You plant the seed, you let them know about it as well, that you may not be ready, and that's fine. Take your time to come back, but keep moving forward. That's one thing to keep in mind when you are facing objection, and to say it irrespective of what that objection is, right? The second aspect now here is when it comes to actually handling objections, people, when they are in the face of rejection, coaches and therapists or small business owners, they kind of take it personally, and that affects their self-worth or confidence. Let's say if you had 3-4 rejections in a row, how are you going to take all of that? It may affect your confidence into believing that you are not good enough, or you won't be able to run this business successfully. And as a consequence of that, you will go through this self-doubt, giving up, trying to look for the job, and all those things starts to get in the way. And overall, you will start to procrastinate on the things that you should not be procrastinating on, which is to pick up the phone or to have that conversation, to make the sales call or sales conversations, because you just don't know what's going to come out on the next call. And the fact you don't do that, and the fact that you fall into the modes of procrastination, leads to loss of confidence. You struggle with it. You procrastinate on sales related activities. And as a result of that, your business declines. Sorry, I've got multiple screens, so I have to look at different screens to make sure that the slide's moving as well. So here's the thing. So instead of looking at objections, how about if we were to look at the whole thing slightly differently? Your prospective customers have got their own life going on. They have their own reasons. They have their own challenges. Okay. Your solution, if they see your solution as the solution that will pull them out of their pain or suffering, there is no reason for them to not buy your services. However, they may be few steps still away before they are 100% ready. They may be 60% committed, 80% committed. They're not 100% there. So what is it that you can do to assess them whether they need your service right now, or they need your service, let's say 3 to 6 months to a year from now? What's that gap? What's that criteria that you can figure that out? In our models, we call this thing as a fit call. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about understanding whether the prospect you speak to, are they the right fit to start off or not? Because if they are not the right fit, it doesn't really matter what you do. The objection will always be there because they were not right to start off. So how about if you fix the right fit and get the right consequences, which are your confidence stays exactly where you left off. You planted the seed. It either was a yes, or they fell into your nurturing sequence, which means they will convert into you being your customer, just a matter of time. It's not a no. Your confidence stays exactly where it is, because it doesn't come from their yes or no. It comes from what you stand for and who you are. You love going into sales conversations. There's no fear because you're not attached with the outcome. It's not an immediate outcome you're looking for. You're not attached with it. You're just involved with the process of taking that next step and going into the next conversation and making sure you're serving and creating the client at the same time. And that's what the power comes through. As well as you're assessing, you are actually, Think of that as you are a judge and they are auditioning for you. They will audition and you will find out whether they are right fit or they're not a right fit. As a consequence of getting the right fit, they help you increase your business. And that's what happened. Your business progresses and you move forward. Okay. Here's a case study of one of my clients. He was trying a lot. He was giving a lot out there and feeling completely rejected when they will say, oh, I need to speak to my partner, or I don't have any money right now, blah, blah, blah. He will come up with reasons to knock his own confidence out, to say that, oh, maybe it won't work out and I should go back to getting my job. We had to break that. We had to break that. But first part was identifying, how do you actually assess the person you speak to is the right person or not? How do we know that in the shortest time possible, whether I'm wasting my time in talking to this person, or I can just very quickly assess? The same rules apply when you go into a networking events. You're surrounded by people. How do you spot your right prospects? How do you know people who will convert? How do you know that they will never convert? How do you know they will convert in a year from now, or less than that, 6 months from now? How do you know they will work with you within next 3 months? And that's what our fit call strategies come into place. So what we do, guys, here's what we do. We help our audiences to see our offer in a straight line. We show them our method, that this is how I will get you the outcome I promised, as long as you are taking consistent efforts. And that's where it all comes down to. Okay. Here's a simple model of the system itself, that's our business Paco system, that where you see the client connect part. What we believe in, that you can inject different things on daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis. You should be taking certain actions. The second part of client conversion it has got client connect in it. Client connect has got two sides. One is the fit call, and the second is the connection model. The fit call is what I will tell you today about identifying and spotting the right people before you do anything else with them. Here's the 5 principles to spot them. First, you need to know why now, and why is it that they have chosen you to talk to you. You need to identify that what's happening in their business right now that's created the need for them to see you as someone to talk to. This is a fundamental point to understand. The second part is allow them about 30 seconds in the fit call to tell you about what's happening in their business right now. Okay, that will kind of give you the clues to answer the first question as well. And if they can't summarize in 30 seconds, make sure you call it out that, okay, in 30 seconds, tell me about what's going on right now in your life, in your business, in your whatever you guys help them resolve, right? Then look for where they are at and where will they like to be, and then learn to stretch the gap. You need to understand that for them to go from where they are or where you are trying to get them, it will take them effort. It will take them time. It will take 3 months, 12 weeks, whatever you guys actually talk about. This is the point to actually refer them to and help them understand. All right, so I get it. You make 2,000 pounds a month or $3,000 a month, and you need to get to $10,000 a month. That's a gap of $7,000. Okay, here's what I've done there. I've helped you see that the gap is a specific tangible entity. You have 10 clients, you will like to go to 15 clients. That's a gap of extra 5 clients a month you need to get. Okay, so calling out that gap also helps you analyze and understand your prospect to see, they can see how much effort will take to rise up and go to the next level. Identify whether there is something missing in their business or in the work they do or what they're trying to achieve, if they have already tried and worked with others and failed, or something's broken actually. Okay, this is really fundamental difference to understand. Something's missing means they never ever experienced it, or they never implemented some of the stuff that you are helping them implement. Broken means they have tried something similar with different people, different therapists, different coaches, different businesses, but they've not got it right. Something's not right, how it's been done. Identify what that is. And once you've done that, understand what's the level of urgency, what's happening in their life right now that makes them to take the action right now with you, or will they take the action between 6 to 9 months, or they're just wasting your time. You see, this kind of flow of conversations, what I've shown you, can take place in less than 8 minutes. If you get your analysis, your whole idea of how to talk, the flow of questions, right? You will go through this very swiftly to understand, right? So what's happening right now? What are you looking for me to help you with? You know, what's happening? Tell me about your life in 30 seconds. If you were to summarize the biggest challenges and the consequences of those challenges in 30 seconds, what they are, right? So this is where you are, and that's where you will like to be, because that's what you're looking for. That's how the gap looks like. tell me what's missing, what have you tried, what's not worked out, or what's broken, something that was never there or was there, but was never done it in the right way. And finally, is this something you would like to address now, or is it something you're not that bothered with? So understand their level of urgency. You see, here's what happens. Once you actually start to understand how different people operate and what their level of urgency is, you're likely to come up with the whole scenario or the whole picture to see whether you can help them or not. If you can't help them, decline them or pass it on to someone who can help them, and they will thank you for that. You know, because you didn't waste their time and they didn't waste yours. It was just a normal conversation in a network, like you get to know people, and you passing them on to someone who can actually really help them. If you can help them, then book another call, which is the separate part. And when I speak about the connection model, in the connection call, you actually go through the whole sequence of laying out the layers of how you will get them from step 1 to step 10 in your programs to help them see your straight lining offer. And that's it for today, guys. So get your objections right. Understand, if irrespective of the objection, there is one thing you can always say that will always make them think that one day they will come back to you. You don't have to lose them just because they said no. And it's got nothing to do with you personally. It's all to do with how they are seeing things and how they are not seeing the value in the now to work with you. Could be something to do with your offer as well. By the way, guys, if you need any help implementing some of the things that I spoke about, like fit call frameworks or the connect call models, just give us a shout, have a one-to-one with us, and I'll be happy to take you through the Business Parkour program and how we help loads of people like yourself master the flow of conversation, emotionally intelligent conversations, to help people who you really want to be a hero to save them, to actually help them work with you, see the urgency, and actually close and convert without wasting any of your time. That's all from me now. See you later.